Hi, I'm Oliver. I'm working as a digital strategy consultant, and this is my first Ignite talk. So actually, the only situation I can imagine where I talk less than 5 minutes is playing on a chessboard. So I will try my best to do it. What do we know about the biggest change in online advertising and online marketing, the loss of third-party cookies? What do we know and what do we don't know? This is the topic of my short talk. We know a lot of things. For example, we know that the shift towards a privacy-centric advertising ecosystem didn't just happen yesterday. It is a long story. We are talking about years in fundamental changes that have been undertaken by browser companies, regulators, platforms, and others. You see here a short story since 2017. We are talking about third-party cookies and the blocking of tracking and preventing companies to track. But on the other hand, without third-party cookies, the delivery and targeting of and measurement of advertising and content would change fundamentally. And that is heavily affecting publishers because publishers have the direct interface to consumers. But on the other hand, they are dependent on technology companies. So in order to continue to identify and address users effectively in the future, publishers and advertisers have to restructure and themselves technically and strategically. That is one of the biggest threats we have on the table this year and next year, and probably for the next 5 years. So is this the online privacy we all want? These kind of windows which we all see on the internet, which have loads of text, confront the user with messages that they don't understand? No, there have to be different scenarios. And I guess we will see 3 of those scenarios in the future, how online advertising will work for publishers. The first scenario, we are talking about publishers knowing their users, authenticated users. Users will be registered by publishers. Publishers will have to roll out login strategies to get those authenticated users. Those are important for everything in targeting. On the other hand, you will see a growing bunch of pseudonymous users, which only step by on your site, which you can only identify partially. And we have to find technologies for that and identify technologies which are privacy enabled. And an increasing number of users choose now already and will choose in the future to be anonymous, non-identifiable at all. And that is right. They have the right to do so. And that is something to deal with for publishers. So what do we don't know yet? This is an age of uncertainty right now because many things are under development. Many new standards are not yet signed off, and there is a lot of discussion in the industry. So first, we know that Google will be taking third-party cookies away in the Chrome browser at a certain point of time in the future, in somewhere next year. But how does the privacy sandbox, the alternative Google proposed, work specifically? Monetization, how does it work? That is still unclear and threatening publishers. Which ID providers, so providers who secure the privacy-enabled advertising, but making it possible to identify users still, which ID providers will succeed and which are not? That is a threat to all of them. And will there be further regulatory constraints from platforms or governments? So we have as many regulations as we have countries, and every publisher can sing a song out of those regulations taking place. What do you might want to do, or maybe what you should do about this future? What is there is an opportunity for publishers working in this environment still and monetizing through advertising. Time is now. Time is now to identify appropriate strategies, to identify your data strategy, to strengthen your direct communication with the end user more than you have ever done it before, because that is crucial for the future in advertising. Find the right strategy, find the right technology, and of course, investigate in all the different technology options which are there, because advertising as paid content is a technology-driven business. It's not only about news, it's about technologies behind them. Third, no data, no business. If you don't get to manage to have a huge login base into your content, your business in the future will be endangered even more than in the past. That is crucial for all of the publishers. And finally, forget about competition of the past. This will be a new age of collaboration. It only goes with partnerships, market-wide partnerships, global standards, and align with each other on how you want to monetize and how you want to communicate with your audience in the future. Thank you.